So in this video, right, I want to share with you like a pivotal strategy that basically helped me to get back into dropshipping in 2025. I literally thought dropshipping was it. In 2023, I kind of had my last straw with dropshipping. I tried to make it work, but then my strategy was no longer able to sustain consistently, and I really had to figure out myself like why it didn't work. And basically in 2023, I stopped doing dropshipping. And this year, actually late last year, I got back to doing drop shipping again. And right now we are back to doing 100k months. So things have been like pretty good for me right now. And in this video, I want to really like share with you guys basically the kind of like the framework for how I actually do things. So you guys can kind of like understand like what are some of the mindset shifts that I've made in the past couple years, which you can also use to apply into your business and to your own growth. And also, in terms of like where I've been, if you have been following me for a while, yeah, man, the past couple 3 years I would say has been quite difficult, man. It really has been like a roller coaster ride. And to be honest, like this year has been kind of like I would say like the breakthrough year in comparison to the past to the past 3 years. In 2023, things wasn't going that well for me in dropshipping, so I kind of like took a break from it. Because I just wasn't able to I just wasn't able to be profitable consistently. And I'm gonna share more in detail in the in the later part of the video. And I also had to go through this thing called national service in Singapore. Basically every man of the age of 18 have to go in and serve the nation. We have to basically get 2 years stripped away from our life, but it is what it is. So I had to do that. And while I was in there, I was actually trying to figure out forex trading, which very unfortunately your boy wasn't able to make it work. So I was talking to a friend who still was crushing it in dropshipping. He was still doing 200 to 300k months while I was like struggling. So I kind of like asked him like, okay, you know what, how do you do it? And then upon learning strategy, I was thinking like, oh shit, this could actually be the way that help me to generate $3 to $5 million a year in sales consistently. Maybe netting like 300 to 500k a year in net profit. That was really like my target. When I first when I kind of like decided to get back into dropshipping late last year. And I'll say like right now we are kind of close there, but not really quite yet. But probably next year we'll see. Probably next year there'll be a good chance that we'll get a 300 to 500k in yearly net profit. But yeah, anyway, that's basically where I've been. And also towards the end of the video, right, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys a blueprint that my mentor have created, like Jordi, right? He basically done, I think, like close to $4 million in sales this year. Pretty fucking insane. And he created like a testing blueprint for you guys to which you guys can use to follow. And to be honest, this is literally like the reason why I've been able to stay consistent for the past 5 months. Past 5 months or so, I've been doing about 100k plus months. This month we actually did 160k month, so that was really good. By the way, I'm gonna go right into my laptop, and I'm gonna show you guys some proof and some value. So right now we are inside my laptop, and firstly I want to show you guys some proof so that you guys know I'm not full of shit. So this is the fulfillment software that we use. Unfortunately, I'm not able to show you like my individual Shopify stores, because with our strategy, we have like a bunch of stores. Literally right now, I'm like running 15 stores concurrently. So it's just not practical for me to show you like every single CEO in every single store. But you can see right for right now it's store 26. So for last month, which is literally in December, we did about $141,000 in the euros, which translates to about $160,000 in the US dollars. And this platform is basically my payment gateway platform, AirWallex. And you can see in the past 30 days we had about $147,000 of payments come in processed through in our card payment. So this is just with card, and of course we run PayPal as well. 30% of the customer pay through PayPal, 70% of them pay through card. So 147,000 Singapore dollars equates to about 110 USD or something. So you do the math. So that is in December, and we can see also in November. Yeah, just to show some proof, some legitimacy that I'm not like messing with you guys. November we did about 118k euros, which is about 130k USD. October is about, I think, $98,000. September did about, I think, 100K. August, let's see, August did about 60K USD. So you can see like the sales really started to come up after August. So yeah. So how do I go back into dropshipping, and like why? Okay, so basically this is a really good friend, Jordy, and it's kind of like a funny story how I met him. And basically I met him through one of the events that I hosted back in 2019, which was a mastermind program where I was sharing my strategies. Back then he was learning from me, and funny how actually right now I'm learning from him. By the way, he's a great friend, right? He showed me how he was consistently generating like multiple six figures in 2024, which is last year, exactly about a year ago. And then I was like, damn, this looks really good, because it had everything that I felt like was missing from the way I was doing dropshipping in the past. I saw the way it did, and it just like made so much more sense for me. And some of the issues that I had with the old way that I was launching meta ads with dropshipping in the past was, number one, the strategy wasn't very cost effective, because I remember I would have like really good months where I would scale to like 100K a month in sales, or like 200K a month in sales back in 2019 and 2020. But the thing is, they were never really consistent. I wasn't able to consistently find winning products. And the other thing is also, I noticed that testing became harder, with the way that we were doing things in the past. It just became like harder to find winners, and it eventually got to a point where month after month I was like breaking even. So maybe I might have like a really good month where I was making like 20,000 net profit, let's say 100K in sales, 20K net profit. In the next 2 months I might like break even, and then basically, I was spending so much money. I was like spending all the money that I made, thinking that I will continue the sales, but the sales wasn't continuing. So that was the issue that I had. The strategy just wasn't cost effective enough, number one. Number two, which was a big bottleneck, which was the fact that it was really difficult to scale and remove myself from the business with the old way that we were doing things, And in the show, I'm going to show you like what is the strategy that I'm using right now, which makes complete sense as to how I think this strategy can actually do like $3 to $5 million a year in sales consistently. Just to give you like a framework of like how this actually works. This video is not really gonna be so in depth as to how it works. Maybe in a future video. Kind of just want to like tease you guys a little bit, give you guys a bit of a glimpse of what we're doing, and we'll see. You'll get more in the next couple of videos. So yeah, second thing, it was very difficult to scale and to remove myself from the business. And the thing is, as a dropshipper, you're kind of like the CMO, right? You're the chief marketing operator. And the thing is, if you're a CMO consistently within a business, if your business if you're generating like $1 million months, and you operating a business make complete sense because your actions are extremely high leverage. That's really good. But I think with like dropshipping, I wanted to scale it, and I found that it was really hard to scale past 100, 200K a month in the past. And it was because I consistently needed to be working on the ads, needed to be working on the product pages, and you just can't do so many things at once. And because of that, I just wasn't able to remove myself from the business, and it was kind of like stuck at a 6-figure a month mark. Okay. So what was the solution? What did I learn from Jordy? So I saw how Jordy was doing it, and number one, the way that he was testing with fashion dropshipping was like incredibly easy. I never seen anything like that before. So basically what he did was, he would just test with like image ads, carousel ads, and basically image ads that you take from the supplier. And these are image ads that you literally just download on the internet. In the past, I had to like create a video ad. I had to create a script for my video editor, and back then there was no ChatGPT. You had to come up with the script yourself. There's so much headache, But right now it's like, he was doing just image ads, carousel ads, and he was like printing, he was like scaling in stores to like 20K days, 30K days even. So I was like, oh shit. So that's the first thing. And number two is like he was mentioning that for him as well, fashion is a lot more easier to get winners for some reason. He also did gadgets in the past, but it wasn't really working that well. So I was thinking like, okay. I sold in many different niche, but I actually never sold in fashion across my 5-6 years of doing dropshipping. So I was like, okay, you know what? maybe there's something onto it which I may not know previously. You know, maybe this guy found like a gold mine that I didn't know. And then I also think like, there wasn't a lot of people teaching fashion online, fashion like dropshipping online. So yeah, maybe there's like some sort of like opportunity, you know, where maybe there's like a high demand, but there's not a lot of people actually doing it. So that was just like some of the few thoughts that came to my mind. And why do I actually like this new way of doing fashion dropshipping? Number one, the testing is very cost effective, and this is like a very unique approach that we came up with. And this is not what other gurus teach you. Other gurus, they teach you a different method of like testing, which like fucking burns so much money, man. It's so fucking painful. I know it because that's how I used to do in the past. You know, you lose like thousands and thousands every single month. But with this testing strategy, you know, it's so cost effective that even in your starting phase, in your testing phase, you could still even be breaking even, you know, or you could even lose like a few $100. You don't lose that much money, you know, when you're testing. So that's the thing that I really love about it. Number two is like it's super simple and straightforward process. The SOPs are really simple. You test with like image ads. Nowadays there's also like AI video ads that we have been testing. But anyway, like that you can create different SOPs and systems to basically pump out creatives, get your VA to do it for you, and yeah, you know, just very simple and straightforward, which is the building block of scalability. You know, if you want to scale something, right, you need the SOPs or the systems to be as simple as possible. So yeah, number three is also, you know, aligned with number two, which is it is very easy to scale, very easy to build a team around. So I was like, okay, definitely I'll give this a shot, you know. And what is like the real game changer for us, which is number one, instead of like doing one campaign per product, which I see like basically all the course sellers online are teaching, we did one campaign per store. So we are basically using if you guys know about Google Shopping, right, we're basically leveraging the way that Google works on Meta. So instead of like using that one campaign per product, one campaign per store. And what I found is number one, what they're doing is basically you're letting Meta decide which advertisements to spend the budget on. So you start with like, say for example, like $50 per day on the entire campaign. Every single day you just add products into the one campaign, and those products that don't get any sales, you just remove it, and then you just continue adding new products every single day. So this way, right, what I found is just basically you're letting Meta decide which advertisements to spend on. You're just gonna save like so much more money, right? Because because the thing is Meta's the AI is really smart, you know, guys. They can kind of like predict, okay, which advertisement is likely to get sales, which one is likely to get engagement, and they will allocate more spend into that. So think about it, right? Instead of like just like letting Meta spend $3 per day on 10 different products, you have one big campaign, maybe $100 per day. You have like 10 products, and Meta is just allocating budget smartly towards the advertisements that I think is most likely to work. And you're just gonna save so much money, so much more money in testing. You know, that's what it's all about, right? It's all about being as cost effective as possible so that you can sustain consistent results month after month. So this was like a massive game changer for me. I was like, oh shit, you know, Jolly, you're definitely onto something. We tried that, and ever since then it just has been like really like a this has been a game changer, and I really want to go more in depth, but this is probably gonna be for another video. And if you guys are interested in the breakthrough Meta ads SOP, the testing guide that we currently use for our stores, Jordy actually created a pretty cool what do you call that, like a guide, like a Google Docs guide. So if you want access to that to see like how we actually launch it step by step, send me a message on Discord at GaryLWQ, or message me on Instagram at Gary.lwq. There's a distinction, okay? Discord is GaryLWQ, Instagram is Gary.lwq. And I'll send you over to you. And thanks for watching this video, and I'll be making a lot more videos because we actually intend to launch a school community next year sharing this strategy, which I think is gonna be a massive game changer in the way that people do dropshipping, and I hope some of you will find success from it. And yeah, if you do enjoy this video, remember to hit a like, and let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section box below. Happy New Year, everyone, and don't forget to subscribe as well.